Roadster. Some words just conjure up an image even in the most artless of people. And with my brain overrun with interconnected neurons, almost probably worthy of giving me the distinction of having synesthesia, it was but imperative that I dreamt of my hair in the wind while driving the new Z4 in the ghats of Maharashtra. Especially when I have spent a few hours getting them straightened in a shady salon. And that too after my physical self was locked away in the confines of an overdeveloped neurotic city overrun with concrete jungles and puddles for ponds and lakes. I was finally free this September 2020. So what if it was four wheels? Back in the early 2010s, I chanced upon driving the Z4 a couple of times in Europe and a couple of times in India. I always had a liking for it. It was a BMW, yet it was different. That long hood seemingly reaching out for the road ahead like an impatient kid reaches out for a candy in a shop. It was quirky but beautiful. Besides its design profile, there is another small but important factor which divides a lot of English-speaking people. Is it the Z4 or the Z4? Well, such conundrums obviously exist more in English rather than in Hindi. And this is the 2019 BMW Z4, a twin-turbo 3-liter, 340 horsepower, 6-cylinder inline petrol engine which produces 500 Newton meters of torque. It is a beautiful one. I almost thought that I was driving a supercar and not a sports car sometimes. Thanks to its low center of gravity and the new honeycomb grille and other design elements which make its styling more aggressive. Performance, you ask? 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in a respectable 4.5 seconds. But as it is with most roadsters, it is not about numbers on paper. It is about the experience. No doubt that this car is equally for show-offs as it is for drivers. Well, the purists might disagree and point to the M3. That's alright. But for most, this will suffice. And if you don't have a couple of crores for a supercar, you'll do well to strike a deal and get the M40i version in a shade below 90 lakhs on road. New. That's a cool 122,000 American dollars. If you're a Yankee, of course. Yes, don't you get shocked now. We pay our taxes and our duties. As our duty, you know. One of the best parts of owning this car is that you only get your BAE along and leave the noisy family behind. There is no space. It also sounds really sweet in the sports mode. Those crackles and pop feed your ears well. You certainly become the talk of the town as you pass by. Engage the fully electric soft top roof in good weather or in a traffic as you drive below 50 kmph, and you can become one with the elements and also enjoy the spotlight effect. For the gadget freaks, this car has ample tech to keep you grounded even in the hardest of corners as you try to show off. It also has inbuilt GPS and tons of other stuff than you would care for, along with impressive sounding tech like brake, energy regeneration with recuperation display. I'm sorry, where was I? Yeah, for dinner table conversations are also bundled. And oh, the Harman Kardon 12 speaker setup is brilliant. So while you go off to sell one of your kidneys to buy this mandatory pleasure in life, may I enjoy driving a bit more. Auf Wiedersehen.